Okay. You're not big brain enough for it? You could be if you wanted to be, I bet. This is one of the higher levels, though, for anyone that is kind of interested in the game but finds this daunting. It does start a lot smaller than this, a lot less brutal. So this 5 up here is what's catching my eye immediately, is probably the most likely. This 3 to 1 might do something, but it's at the edge, so probably not. Question marks just means the game isn't giving us that information. It could be any number of mines next to it. Okay, so there's no other places where we've got a number that jumps by 2, like a 4 right next to a 2 could often be good information. That is just kind of a shorthand I've learned from previous puzzles. But let's look at this 5, 4 here a little bit. So, 5 out of those 6 are mines. 3 or 4 of those are... Oh, we've got the 4 too. Yeah. In fact, oh yeah, that's great. That's our starting place, right? Like, it means those 4 have to be, I think. Oh, it means these 2 have to be. Right. It doesn't necessarily mean these 2 have to be, but these 2 do have to be to satisfy the 4 properly. Two of these, 1 of these, 2 of these, which means these 2 are safe, I believe. I'll double check that. Okay, so because of this 2 here, we know 2 of these 4 have to be. That means with this 3 here, 1 of those 2 has to be. That means with this 3 here, 2 of those have to be, which means safe and safe. Let's see. I'm not sure what you mean by not symmetrically. You mean these 2 mines here? Or something else? Yeah, that is possible. Like, it can be those 2, or 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 those 2. Any combination is possible up there. But yes, you're right, it does not have to be symmetrical and often won't be. This big stretch of 1s is kind of curious. Hey there, Eder. Oh, this question mark here is rude, because we've got this 1 across from the 4, which is almost a lot of information, but instead, rude. Oh, we've got double 1s at the edge. That's good. Okay, we can build off of that here and down here as well. And up here. So because of this 1 on the edge, we know 1 of these 4 has to be, which means these 2 are safe from this 1 here, because that 1's already satisfied. Thanks for the continued support, Eder. Probably still never, but you never know. Yep, that can happen, Nintendo. The top left mines, Eder, were because of the 2 and the 4 here. Because only 2 of these can be mines, that means these 2 have to be to satisfy the 4. You should turn Countdown on, Eder. It's better. Embrace the superiority. Countdown is confusing at first, for sure, Nintendo. But it lets you process information significantly faster once you get used to it. Let's see. Okay, so 2 of those 4, 1 of those 2. 1 of these 4. 1 of these 2. 1 of those 4 doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Strong, hard disagree, Eddie. I was a little skeptical at first, too. But it is so much better. Okay, so 1 of those 4. 1 of those 4. Which would be helpful. Well, hold on. We might still be able to do something with that. So 1 of those 2. Okay. So we know 1 of those 2 is, and at most 1 of those is, and that's what we need to satisfy that, so these 3 are all safe. Excellent. Question marks can be 0, yes. Let's see, let's go up from here. So 1 of these... Oh, yeah, that does give us more information. So we know 1 of these is, and because of this 2 here, we know 1 of those is, and that 1 means this is safe. This is on Steam, yep. And it's pretty cheap, too. Can we do anything with this 2 and this 1? Yeah, it means this is a mine, right? So there's only 3 spots here. And 1 of those is, so this one's safe. Because of these adjacent ones here, we know 1 of those is, which makes this one safe. This 2 and this 1, we can do the same thing we did with that other 2 and 1. Because there's 3 spaces, to elaborate on that a little bit, there's 3 spaces for this 2, right? So we know 2 of those 3 have to be mines, but there's a 1 here, so only 1 of them next to the 1 can be a mine, which means the other one here has to be a mine. It means the other square this 1 is touching has to be safe. So we've got this 2 and this 1, same thing again. Anime-esque? It's a lot of almost information here. Gotcha, Eddie. gander over here. Oh yeah, we got the 2s next to each other here. We know 2 of those 4 are, which makes these 2 safe. We know 1 of those 4 is from the first one, which makes these 2 safe. Still a lot of flexibility around where these can all go. Tweeny witches. I'm not familiar with that. Oh, Countdown, yeah. But as mentioned, they definitely start a lot easier. Like, for several kind of tutorials of the different mechanics the game adds, but like there's a few different types of puzzles too, like the ones with different sizes. This one doesn't count diagonals, but you can see a lot of them are relevantly less intimidating earlier on. And if the hexes look scary, the hexes are actually easier than the squares, in my opinion. So it does ramp up. Doesn't throw you in the deep end right away. Let's see what this one here, one of these 2 is. Which means exactly one of these 2 is, which means one of those 4 is. Yeah, we already know that. Oh, this 3 is... Ooh, this 1, 3, 2 all does something, right? So this 3, only at most one of those can be. Ooh, but it could be 0. But we've got this 2 over here, so we know 2 or 3 of these are, which has to be 2 because of this. So that means these 2 are safe. And now we've got the 2-1 situation again, so we can do that. Makes both of those safe. That means these 2 are safe also, I believe. So we got 1 here, 1 there. Makes both of those safe. Another 1-2-1 sort of situation there. Oh, I was about to say we could do something here, but we can't forget this back diagonal on this one here. I thought it was only these 2 next to this one, but that is not true. I've messed myself up there many times. We can do it over here, though, because this one here is next to these 2 squares only. So that means this one for this one is safe. Oh, and these 2, right? Yeah, I'll take some victory music for that game. Acceptable. Okay, from this one here, and the 2 next to it, we know one of these 2 has to be, and then one of these 2 has to be, which means those 2 are safe for that one. I still have it unfinished 0, that is true. Nice, you did it. I had 2-1 situation again. Getting a lot of value out of those 2-1s. Oh, that one's literally only touching that square, okay. Let's see. One of these 3 is, which means one of these 2 is. Which means one of these 3 is, so would that one makes this one safe. And again, if it feels like surprising that I'm figuring some of these things out as quickly as I am, I've got like 40 hours in this game, so it definitely comes a lot more with practice than just sheer force of will. 2-1 again gives us that mine. And that one. And this is a 2-1 situation here too. You can do that. Makes those safe. Oh, we know one of these 2 is, which makes all the ones next to this one across from it safe. And all of that. Now we got this one here. Well, this one's easy. We got this one here that's got 2, so that's already satisfying this. So the same thing there. Makes all of that safe. These ones make these safe. And yellow is basically cleaned up. So one of these here makes these safe here, which gives us another 2-1 situation there. These question marks, rude. Poor orange. We started in orange and then we haven't got anything else with orange yet. I'm not going to take a full break, but let me grab a drink. Be back in about 40 seconds so I don't destroy my throat. Duck out, the headphone cord's stuck. I've got a very long headphone cord. Some drama on the green orange board. Yeah, potentially. I looked at that earlier and didn't see anything too strong, but we can chain a lot of stuff though to eventually get something good. So off of this one here, So we know one of those three is. So then we look at this two. One of those two is. Oh, but the three is still touching this square. So one or two of these is. Yeah, I was thinking exactly two of these would clean up a lot of this stuff, but not quite, huh? Okay. Well, let's see. We can run back through. I don't think that matters. I think I already checked that, but we'll double check. We know one of those three is, which means one of those two is, which means exactly one of those is. And exactly one of those is. And exactly one of those is. And exactly one of those is. So there's pairs all the way across. Oh wait, does that mean both of these are then? I think it does, right? Okay, let's go back through. Got one of these three is here because of this one. Then we look at this two here. And you can think of this like down to a 1 now because it's already got one of them satisfied over here. So the other one has to be one of those two. So one of those two is a mine. And then we look at this two. So one of those two has to be a mine. And we already know both of those. So this 3 here means, again, one of these has to be mine. Again with a 3, one of those has to be mine. Again with a 3, one of those has to be mine. But not both. So that means both of those are mines to satisfy that. And we get to clean up all of that. Sometimes you have to chain things down a bit, but it can do good work. Just some basic sorcery, Nintendo. I think we can pair this 2 and this 3 to do some stuff. To get to me in order to burn me, Zillandray, you have to get through my Minesweeper maze. So with this 3, we've got 4 squares here. So we know 3 of those 4 are mines. If we cut one off, we know 2 or 3 of those are mines. But we look at the 2, so we know it has to be exactly 2. So that tells us 2 things. It tells us this is a mine. It's a lot like the 2 next to a 1 situation. And then that these 2 are both safe. Oh, that's convenient. Yeah, this 4 that was next to this 1, we can get all of that. From what we figured out before, we can get those clear, because again, there's only 1 across from each space there. Nice, Nintendo. You can now sleep. Excellent. I mean, figuring out stuff on like a higher level map like this when you haven't seen the game before is actually pretty good. Like, some of these get really hard. And if you are actually heading to bed, then sleep well. Cheers, Nintendo. Let's see. 2 of those 4 means 1 of those 2. means one of those three, means one of those two, means one of those three, means one of those two, which means one or two of these, but it could only be one. So this has to be a mine. That has to be mine. One of these two, one of these two. Should probably double check that, but I've been crushing it so far, so we'll just assume that I didn't miscount, even though it's very possible I miscounted. Or missed a diagonal or something. There was a trapped diagonal there that I almost fell into, but... Let's see. If we go this way, we've got one of those three, which means one of those two. Oh, right, no, I already looked at this. There's still the trick diagonal on that three. It's a long-standing stream fact that I cannot count. I don't think the green number is low enough to tell us anything yet. Yellow just tells us what we already know. Oh, maybe the green number does tell us something. Hold on. So, because of this, that means we got one here, guaranteed. Oh, I was overlapping one space with this. Oh no, but we got this one here. Oh yeah, we can actually clear this one. We know that one's safe. This one's safe. Okay, does this give us the information that I thought it did earlier? So we got... And sure, we'll do that one. So there's 3. There's 4, although we already have that one. 4, 5, 6, and there's still 1 off. Alright, never mind. But it did allow us to find the other information we already had, so that's still helpful. No, I could only see diagonally. That's the problem. Well, no, sometimes I can't see diagonally. Never mind. That's my diagonal sight is chaotic and inconsistent. I was thinking of a different problem, which is the maps that, the levels that don't let you do diagonals. Because they are very rude. But you're talking about stuff like seeing the diagonal on this 3, which I saw. I've seen the diagonals on this level so far as I know. I think I can get a single tile from this nonsense here. So, 1, 2, 3. Let's get some better versions over here. Four, 5, 6. So I can make this tile and this tile safe. Almost called that one early. You thought you were going to bed, and now what is going on? Yes, the dominoes have fallen down, and I have sunk Orange's battleship. Checkmate. The colors, Squirrelian, refer to how many mines are remaining in that color. So there's 1 mine left in orange and 7 mines left in red. So what happened, G Nintendo, is I used the count of green. There were 6 mines left in green, and I figured out that there had to be a mine here, had to be a mine here, had to be a mine here, here. So, and that covered 6 mines. So that meant that we had to have 6 mines in those spaces already, and there were 2 green squares that were not part of those 6, so that meant those 2 other green squares had to be safe, no matter what. So we click on those green squares that were safe, and we just dominoed everything from there. The actual color I'm drawing doesn't mean anything in particular, like they let you draw freely. But I was just using that to track that information. Okay, this one and that 2 means this is safe. And all of the pieces fall into place. Yeah, I sometimes give them specific colors as Squirrely, and it depends on how much I need to do with the drawing nonsense. I do not, G Nintendo. I do not. Neon. Aye, that's pretty bright. So this is the same thing except it's hexes. Okay. That was with the 1 and 3 next to each other, giving that. Any other 4s only in the middle? The question marks are just there to make the level harder. They're all pre-constructed levels. They aren't randomly generated, so they were put there by the level designer to make the level harder. Okay, this 3, 2, 1 can give us that those 2 are definitely mines, which means those are mines. Or one of those is a mine. One of those is a mine, which means these 2 are safe. Which means these are both mines. It means that's a mine from the 1 and 2 next to each other. One of those is a mine, so that means these are safe from the adjacent ones. Did I mention that I think the hexes are easier? Okay, so one of these is a mine, which means next to this 2, one of those is a mine, which makes both of those safe. There's no randomly generated levels option to Nintendo, but you don't need it. It would just be worse. I don't think so, I mean, feel free. Oh, no, there's still the red there. Okay. What if you need it for replayability? Play Hexels, I guess. Which maybe you should play before this, but it doesn't have countdown. That's why you should play it before this, because you can't get you once you go countdown, you never want to go back. Middle click to erase. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, purely interface stuff like that I'm never gonna mind being brought up, but I appreciate you asking first all the same. I always forget I can right-click to draw with the other color here, too. Hey there, Crow. Yeah, indeed, Crow. Indeed. Yeah, for the record, there's 100 main levels and then like another 50 extra challenge levels. There's a lot of content, and it is very cheap. Hexel's Infinite has random levels. Yeah, those are, you know, still fun, but they aren't nearly as good as the pre-constructed levels. Don't need to use weird color shenanigans here, do I? Maybe. Giving gifts doesn't make you happy, Crow? Let's see. Alright, so with this 1 and then the 2, we know 1 or 2 of these is, which means 0 or 1 of those is 1 or 2, 0 or 1, 1 or 2, 0 or 1, which makes both of those mines. So 1, 1, 1, 1. Oh yeah, no, I played about 90% of Baba Is You. We've streamed all of that as well. Because I haven't finished it yet, Nintendo. It's a intense game that the one doesn't want to play a whole lot of at a given time. A game generally has to be pretty dang good for me to actively work to finish it, or very short. Anyway. Because Baba Is You is a better game than Recursed at it. That is why. We got the 2-1 situation there. Oh, we got that. Okay, and that might chain us. Does that chain us? That doesn't chain us. Rude. Or 2-0. Oh, we can do that here. And I even reasonably liked Recursed. Like, we played a decent amount of Recursed, but Recursed is about as good as, like, Snakeburn. Both of them are better than Steven Sausage Roll in my mind. But I just like Steven Sausage Roll more than everyone else that likes hard puzzles, it seems like, to me, so I don't know, I found that game kind of just miserable to play, honestly. It was just actively unfun to go about the process of playing the level. And so, we got these three here. So 2 of those 3, which means 1 or 2 of those. Which is 0 or 1 of those, which means both of those are. Crow. But I mean, most people that like the big brain, as we're calling them, puzzle games, the really hard puzzle games, liked Steven Sausage Roll. But it was just really actively unfun to just, like, interact with the game. Oh, sure, I can see that. Nintendo, lots of, like, sliding block puzzles to reveal an image, sort of thing like that, because that's a real cheap thing to make that you can get some turnaround on, even if very few people buy it. Oh. Hey, Toxic. Yeah, I just didn't really feel clever playing Steven Sausage Roll. It was just like, okay, we finally solved a hard level, and it was kind of like, yeah, alright. It didn't have those same sort of revelations and, like, really, like, you got your very, like, pretty punishingly difficult, but still, like, revelatory stuff like in Snakebird, or you have the actively, like, oh, wow, like, that's super clever that you've got in, like, Baba Is You, or maybe The Witness or something. I did not have that in Sausage Roll. Fair enough, Cheetah to do. I mean, not that super far, Eder. Like, we did one stream, or most of one stream of it. Like, you can check the VOD search if you wanted to, but yeah, it was just not pleasant, so I didn't really see any reason to go back to it. And obviously, I'm just describing my experience with the game. Like I said, a lot of, even the vast majority of people that really like... That's from the 3-in-1 interaction there, by the way. The vast majority of people that really enjoy difficult puzzle games, like Steven Sausage Roll. But yeah, I mean, it always varies. It's a little hard to predict how much you're gonna like stuff like that. Like, I definitely liked Witness more than I expected. I like Sausage Roll less than I expected. I would even say I like Baba Is You more than I expected, also. Like, I expected to like it, but I think it's great. It's excellent. But yeah, just with Sausage Roll, I just got kind of tired of... It was like, you know, like the same reason I didn't play Mordor Fortress. Like, it is tiring and, like, unpleasant just to interact with the game. And I'm an old fuddy-duddy at this point as far as that goes. Like, I don't want to deal with the crap anymore. It's pretty much where that ultimately lies. Okay, we got another 3-1 here. Does that do anything else for us? Yeah, no, that one's safe. Which means both of those are from that too. Dang, I wanted to keep tapping along at this part of the song. Okay, no, that's safe. It's still a bad chain of solving there. Greetings, Drafa. This electronic stuff is mostly pretty good. I like Space Skim, I like Opus Magnum, I like Codex of Alchemical Engineering, which was basically the precursor to Space Skim. Those are all quite good. I think they get a little denser pure programming than I would prefer, but I think games like Opus or Space Skim are great to play like half of. Like, Baba Is You is the same for that matter. Like, if you're only gonna play like 20% of Baba Is You, it's still well worth playing because it's just that clever. Infinifactory I liked a little bit less. Mostly I just don't like doing things in 3 dimensions as much as I like doing things in 2 dimensions as a general rule, and that held true there. So I still enjoyed Infinifactory, but liked it less. TS100 is like just assembly programming. It's literal assembly programming, and you know, that's fine. I didn't like hate it, but at that point, if I'm playing something like that or Human Resource Machine, I might as well be doing actual programming and like getting a project done that I want to get done instead, you know? That's kind of how I feel when it gets to that point. I haven't played Shenzhen or Hacker Bots, whatever that one was called, or Eliza for that matter, which is a very different Zachtronics game. Yeah, TwitchBot's been fully, well, I mean, it's complicated, but TwitchBot has effectively been fully fixed for a while now. Like, its brain is similar capacity to where it used to be. It has it's missing a relevant number of things it used to have, but also has a relevant number of things it didn't have, so... Yeah, indeed, Omni. Yeah. The puzzle part is the restriction, but in programming you tend to have a lot more flexibility. Yeah, that is what Lisa is, Rickwood. I did not enjoy Lisa. That is a game that does not appreciate it being played. But yeah, the game's incredibly rude. It has some significant BS in a bunch of different factors. And let's see. I guess mild spoilers if you intend to play Lisa. Not a big deal, but feel free to mute for like 20 seconds. The choices it gives you in the game tend to be actively miserable on all sides, which doesn't actually end up being interesting because the game is very long and just everything's always terrible, so it doesn't really, it no longer feels like you're making an like interesting trade-off or something like that. It just feels like, alright, more pointless suffering sort of thing. Maybe that too, Gina. I haven't played that. That is 3 times longer than Lisa, or more, probably. Because I voiced Lisa, and that adds a good amount of time. Yeah, it's probably like 4 times longer than Lisa, and that sounds pretty miserable. But no, I don't think I would enjoy Death Stranding either. But I was talking about Lisa the Painful, an aptly named game. And, like, there was still, like, some good humor in the game, but most of the humor wasn't really up my alley, and otherwise there wasn't that much going for it. And there was also some BS that, like, yeah, that's not a particular spoiler. There's, some stuff that's, like, a little bit different if, your character is not hopped up on drugs, and I very specifically never gave the main character any of the drugs, but I gave other characters drugs, because that's fine, they can do what they want. But the game still treated it exactly like I had given the main character drugs, and I was like, this is bullcrap. Because it was. I was not happy with that. I was not happy. Yeah, I didn't really like Taylor's Principle much either, Eder. Like, I didn't dislike it. It was neutral. Like, it was fine. I didn't dislike my time with it, but I didn't really want to finish it, and Taylor's Principle has a lot of busy work. Talos Principle has a lot of busy work. Like, at the beginning of every new puzzle, I have to spend like 4 minutes just like acquiring the pieces, doing the same basic puzzle stuff I've done a dozen times already. And that's not a lot of fun. Do I have to start bringing colors into this? It's a lot of almost promise. I mean, I had fun breaking the game and cheesing 1 or 2 puzzles. Found some of the weird star stuff pretty interesting, and how that all broke stuff in interesting ways, but it was still like just about an average or slightly above average game to me. Hey, good job. Yeah, I can get a lot of like partial pairs, like these that are like 1 or 2 of those two, but none of that One or two of those two, one or two of those two. Alternatively, one or two of those two, one or two of those two, but none of that adds up to any additional real information. We have 8 out of 9 blue tiles that are filled. And by 9, I mean I'm counting the ones already to reduce it to 9. We can't reduce that further, can we? There's 4 in purple, but nothing too exciting about purple. 1 or 2, 1 or 2, that's 2. Oh, we know at least 2 of these are? Okay, hold on, hold on. We can do something with purple, right? So 1 or 2 of those are because of the 3. 1 or 2 of those are. So at least one, at least one. Hey, iBot. Thank you for 14 months. And then even if this is a mine, at least 2 of those 3 are. So that's 2, yeah, that's 4 mines. Okay. So it means this is a mine. That means these are mines. It means this is a mine. And it means these 2 are safe. Oh, we got another 1 in blue. So that's solved now too, I think. Let me check chat first here. Salutations, Brilliant Fox. I've got a countdown mode on, Brillin. So if you, when you launch the game, there's a settings option before you actually launch the game, and you can turn it so that the numbers count down how many mines are next to it. And that makes it significantly easier to process information rapidly once you get used to it. It's confusing at first because you're probably used to Minesweeper, but it gets a lot better once you get used to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so no. Mine. I highly recommend Countdown. And that's why the colors are a bit different too. Like, this was the most distinct I could make the mines. Like, it's still not ideal, but some of the other settings I changed as well. But the countdown is my favorite feature in this game, just in general, probably. I would guess it hasn't improved that much, Thomas, but hard to say. No, it can't be both of these pink, but it could be both of these purple. I mean, I think this probably ends up needing to be a mine either way. Let's see. Should be a better way to figure this, though. I mean, it's small enough that the guess and check isn't that big of a deal, but it's never a fun way to go about it. But I think I already checked that this is possible and that's possible. Make this a mine. That doesn't work because then this isn't satisfied. Okay, so we know that has to be a mine. And then we just go from there. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. But yeah, Bandit Ship had some silly, fun stuff going on, but not enough that I really think I need to go back to it even out of early access. But I mean, if people like come out and say, "Oh, it's really good," actually, then I'll probably check it out. I've done like a little bit on some of these, I think. Yeah, probably on like Combo Lock or something. What is jellyfish? So the row and column numbers indicate how many mines are in that row or column. Yeah, we've actually done a little bit of work at this, yeah. Let's see, we've got stuff marked already. I haven't played Hanono Puzzle? Whatever you're referencing, I have not played that yet. Well, I can see why I quit at this point. This, doesn't especially look, like I can do anything. Oh, wait. Oh, no, these could overlap. Right, it could be this and this, or this and this. Yes. It doesn't have unlimited undo. That is unfortunate. Have you played Sute no Hakun? An SNES puzzle? I don't actually know how good it gets, but the bit of it I played like 7 years ago was pretty neat. We're gonna bring up really obscure ones. I think it's maybe spelled something like that. That's probably enough to find it, even if it's wrong. It's an SNES game. Like I said, I don't actually know what my opinion of it today would be, but thought it was pretty interesting when I played it a long time ago. Wait. Oh no, purple's 3, not 2. Got this square here ruining everything. Because we know at least one of the purples is here. At least one of the purples is here. It's very likely the other purple is in one of those spots, but not guaranteed. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Brillin. I did not enjoy Sausage Roll much at all. It was just kind of tedious to actually play the game itself. Oh, wait, we got this 2 here. Which means at least one of these 2 has to be. At least, okay. So that means this is a mine. One of those 2 is. These are all safe. One of these, exactly one of those purples is, which means this is a mine. And exactly one of those purples is, meaning this is a mine. Which means everything else that is purple is safe. There it is. Pipebush Paradise looked too just purely Sokoban for my taste, so I don't think I would like it that much, but I could be convinced to try it sometime. I am not familiar with campfire cooking at all. These 2 are both safe next to this 2, right? Because it's got a mine here and a mine here. So those are safe. Well, it's not just about difficulty. Like, the pure Sokoban without a good enough twist I don't really enjoy. Like, Sokobond I played and thought was completely uninteresting to me because it just felt like I was doing things until I just had the answer. Like it didn't really feel like I was ever doing anything interesting or clever through the whole game to me. Those 2 are mines from the 4 and 1s. We know only one of these is, so does it have to be this middle one, or... It could be... Could be this and this. Okay. Hey, Mithras! Okay, we know from the interaction of this one and this one that this one's safe. We got the classic 2-1 interaction here, which gives us that. This 2 plus this 1 means this one's safe. So one of these two has to be, one of those two has to be, which means this is safe. This one plus this one means that this is safe and this is safe. Okay, those are still touching other tiles. We get that mine there, though. No, there's the diagonal on that one there. So there's only 3 total mines left. One's right there. One's right there. And, I mean, I think that means we can go ahead and clear these little tentacles at the bottom. It is, Mithras, it is. Because there's no single one here that's gonna qualify, like, satisfy all of these. So there's gonna be another one over here, which means this is safe and those are safe. Now we know that this one here, one of those two has to be, so that means this is safe. And because of this one and that one, this is safe. I think this here has to be safe. If this is a mine, then this has to be mine. If this is a mine, then one of these two has to be a mine. Well, if that's mine, then this has to be mine, I guess. Yeah. Thanks for the question, Mark. Alright. Fair enough. Cheers, Mithras. This one here is only covering those two, so that means this is safe. That's mine. Alright. There we go. Get one of those challenge jerks done anyway, huh? Yeah, Brillin. I mean, let's see. How many of these were the reverse clicks and getting used to countdown and missing diagonals being a rule? Like, no diagonals being a rule. Like most of the first 50 white ones are that. I think I made actual... I mean, like, actual processing mistakes usually like, oh, I didn't see that this was touching this tile because the colors are weird. Is the other most... That's what the other, like, 50 plus is, mostly. Yeah, I just find that completely tedious. Like, I don't want to just redo the puzzle I've already done, so... Sure. I used color information there, like, heavily, Thomas. It's quite... Whoa, that is a pattern we have not seen thus far. But I used a lot of color information in that puzzle. This is kind of awful. I cannot quickly process how many tiles are even next to a cell on this. 10, wait, that would be 12, right? Yeah, because 2 on each. I just don't think I like the look of that very much. Let's take a gander at this. This is probably also miserable. So there's 7 open tiles on most of them, and like except for the ones that have it gapped. Oh, hey, that's the thing. Okay, it's like there's probably some semi-free information, right? We have no other 4s or 3s we can do anything with. Like, we got this 3 here, but... Oh, there's a 2 in the corner. Okay. So that we know this is a mine, we know I was about to do the wrong one. We know this is not a mine. We know this is not a mine. That's using the 3 up here. But I guess I would say, Thomas, I generally look at the cell information most often, but like I've certainly used color information often and used it for pretty important effect last puzzle. I'm guessing there was something like I'd already brought something down to 0 or like 1 or something obvious that I just didn't do because I was looking at other stuff. Oh, did we beef this and just guessed right? that could happen. Let's see. I was taking the assumption of a no more than no. Yeah, I mean the reasoning was wrong. Does it end up being necessarily true anyway? Let's see. Let me just, like, this is early enough, I can just restart and we'll see. So we got this, those 4 numbers. That's our freebies. Okay. I mean, it's necessarily true now, yes, but... So 0 or 1. 1 or 2. We know that has to be 1. But that could be a 2, and this is a 0 or 1. Yeah, no, that's not true on its own at all. or two of those has to be one, or two of those has to be. But that still doesn't guarantee anything else, huh? Hey, Templar. Oh, this 4 looks pretty good. Right? Like, no more than one. No more than one. No more than one. So even if all of those have a 1, this has to be a mine? Yes. Kinda thought I was gonna do something further with that. But... Oh, we know they all have to be. Yeah. We can get the other sides of these ones. Yes. Oh, this one looks pretty good too, I think, right? So we've got 1 or 2 and 1 or 2. Oh, that could still be 1 and 1 again. We had this earlier. Yeah, that could still be 1 and 1. Rude. It's a lot of spots that are very close. Oh, this just has 3 mine. Oh, no. Can't. I missed the red one. That's a lot of ones. So no, 1 is here. 1 or 2 is there. 1 or 2 is there. I think this has to be... So we got 0, 1, 0, 1, 1. Yeah. So that has to be. which means these two are safe. Okay. Moseying on down. No clear pairs here because of this question mark rudeness. Oh, that looks good. Got definitely one there, definitely one there, and definitely one there. Oh. Never mind. We literally already did this. Yes, okay. And nothing has probably changed. Like, oh, look at this. Information we already had. Delicious. I think we already looked at that, yeah, okay. The red looks so jarring, like it doesn't look like it's part of the puzzle. The problem with the colors in this game happens a lot. This is on the cusp. If I can block off any side of one of these twos, we can get information here. Don't think we quite can right now. Still lots of possibilities. I'm about to try to employ the same exact logic that didn't work before. Yeah, I can't. I'm mixing two types of comparisons that don't mix. But I want to. I have 8. Wait, do I have 9? I have 9 reds here, right? That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that no, this doesn't overlap. 9. Yeah, beautiful. So these are all safe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, it's nothing too special. We've done stuff like that often enough. But not bad. Oh, interesting, Nathan. Yeah, there's usually multiple ways to go about things, even if you're staring at one for like 20 minutes and eventually find the one thing, there was probably something else that was an option that you just missed. Most likely. Column 1? Really? Like, we know there's one here and there's one here, but we already did that to, get those for us, and there's no other empty tiles in that column. Right, there's 2 mines in the column. So there's one here and one here. That's 2? Question mark? Maybe I'm missing something. We can't do anything with a blue right now, can we? Take a look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. And this question mark means it doesn't work any better the other way, right? So we could do this and this, but that's not any better. Three of those remaining 4. Still not enough to interact with this 2 here, I don't think. Probably not. Close. I really am not super keen on the idea of counting grays. No, I'm gonna just assume the level does not expect me to count grays here. It'd be some fairly high level madness. It is kind of an, you could count out, pretty much the whole map and probably find, oh, this leftover tile can't have a mine on it or something because of the way this is set up, but there has to be another way. And I assume we need column number focus because the cells just don't really do much of the old interacting on this map. Let's see, can we chain information interestingly? Like, we know one's here, one's here. Only one of those three is. No, one of those two is. We can do either pair of that, but I don't think that helps us at all. Let's try to like figure out any way to overlap on the two. Because we know at least one of these is, because these can't both be. Like one or two of those. One or two of those, one or two of those means they all have to be ones. Right. Yes, so those all have to be ones. These are mines, and we can build a little more off of this. Which now means one of those two, one of those two. So this in the middle here has to be a mine. Makes that a mine. Oh, this one's safe now because one of these two is a mine. This one here could still be in any of these 4 slots. How dare you? This give me any more direct information? I'm trying to look over the tiles that we have just filled in. Doesn't seem like it immediately gives out like, oh, well, there's only 2 squares left in this row or column or whatever. That didn't really change anything with blue, no. Okay. Oh, this one and this one is great, right? Like, 0 or 1 of these are, which means 0 or 1 of, well, it means 1 or 2 of those are technically, but it has to be 1 of each. So that's really good. So that frees this and this. And this and this and this. I was right to look back at the ones. Alright, what does that spice up for us? No, that could still be a couple ways. Oh, it does do that, yes. Your progress doesn't chain in the normal fashion on this level. I don't see another one, though. But apparently it exists. Or maybe that indeed was a response to my statement. It is a mystery. Let's see. Well, it's still there. Clearly, you're both imagining something. Oh, there it is. Let's see, we can make this a mine, right? Let's get this one here. Making sure I'm not missing any other tiles. So that's a mine. Frees that up, which frees this up for this one here. Now we're cooking with some mayonnaise. Okay, we can now finally do something over here that I tried to do a million years ago. Right. Similar anyway. So this here has to be a mine. Yes. I remember that had to be a mine from earlier deductions. Two, three, four, five. Yeah. Okay. too special about that. Can we cut it a different way? We can cut it here. Yeah, that's not quite good enough. Wait, no, is this good enough? This is good enough. Yeah, because that's 1, 2, 3, and then these two have to be mines. It's about to give up on that play. Indeed, Andrefa, yeah. Oh, there's a third. The red is invisible. Only almost invisible. I did catch it. I can't turn it off. Not that it matters too much. Red's still fully covered with its, it doesn't have any spray tiles, it seems like. What else are we missing to clean this all up here? What about gray tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4. So this has to be a mine. Easy peasy. Well, that is one not too shabby. Turns out when we are in like the 90s, it's a little easier to do the challenge levels than when we're in the 40s or whenever we last tried some of those, right? Not that we tried too many. We did try the jellyfish before. I think we tried combo lock. Don't know if we tried any of the other ones, actually. No, we probably tried TMI, one of those. I think we tried one of each of those. But I think that will probably conclude us for today. Also, I didn't notice this. Hold on. Box! 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 It's perfect! I didn't know there were stream appropriate puzzles. There's box puzzles, apparently.